Friday night here at the New York City Comic Con, and I need a fight. My motorcycle and a switchblade knife. Wait, let's not do Motley Crue. There are people sword fighting outside our window at the hotel room. I just got back from the Spider-Man panel. Just immediately walked straight back here to do this. We got some cool stuff for you here at Crave Online. Not only did we talk to the co-creator of Robot Chicken, that's awesome itself, but we got the Venture Brothers creators, Doc Hammer, Jackson Public. Those guys are hilarious. You're going to want to watch this. Do it.
We have a very simple voting process, and half the writers love it, half the writers despise it, because it's me, Seth, Tom, and Doug are two head writers, and it's a four votes. So the other writers in the room don't get a vote, so they hate us for it. But it has to be 3-1 to go in. So if it's 3-1, you just have to accept it. So if there's something you hate, like I will come back to the Yellow Submarine sketch that aired. I could not hate a sketch more. I don't find it funny. I don't see the humor. I don't know why. But I was outvoted, so I make it the best I can possibly make this thing that I hate. We think less about what people will find funny than just making ourselves laugh, and just hope that it's the same as other people out there. I think that's the biggest trick for it is, you can't try to predict what's funny for others. You just have to make your friends laugh. We had Amigo Batmobile. And it was in our Cannonball Run sketch, and we needed to destroy it because it got blown up. And Seth was in Bulgaria, and it was such an expensive item. And even worse, Hugh Sterbakov, who bought it from some old woman who was just selling off things, was like, "It's very important to me. Take really good care of it." It's a heartbreak hearing it from Hugh, and it was like, oh. And then my animators are like, "We have to smash it with a hammer." And I'm like, there is some self-censoring, but very rarely. There is one joke where it was that we always come back to. It was the stillborn baby joke that we thought was really inappropriate, where the wife's giving birth and takes out the baby, the doctor looks at it and sees it, and then just goes, wah, wah. It gets the laugh, but then when you actually visualize it, it's so much more horrible than you think. It's just because we like dark. I mean, you saw our Tooth Fairy sketch. We like dark, but yeah, that was a little too much for us.
We're basically here just doing a promotion for Threadless, and just want people to come here and pick up some free stuff. And we're doing a contest. If you draw us a T-shirt on these cards, we're picking 3 of our favorite designs for $100 gift certificates, but only until the end of Saturday night. And then we also have a raffle going on to win a set of the new Comics on Tees. This is our latest series, Volume 3 of Comics on Tees by Jonathan Vasquez, with artwork by J.R. Goldberg, Becky Cloonan, Ethan Nicole, and Jonathan Vasquez. These t-shirts are front and back, and it actually tells an original story written by each writer. This one, the new one, being Jonathan Vasquez. In the past, we've had Brian Azzarello write and Jill Thompson write these t-shirts. So Threadless.com. Make sure you go there, buy yourself some shirts.
My inspiration for doing this, I've been a long time cosplayer for anime conventions, and I have a big love for anything Japanese. Been to Japan twice, but it was really cool going over there. I checked out the scene, never saw anything like this over there in Japan, and then never saw it here in the States. So I was like, okay, I'll put my two loves together, sewing and food, because who doesn't love cute food? So this is what stuffed sushi is. The large sushi rolls, they take me about 3 hours a piece, and everything is handmade. So we put a lot of love in every little plushie.
The craziest premise for next season, I think, is
the one that we made up on the spot at the last press conference.
Which one was that? That's still, I don't know if we're going to be doing that. The craziest premise we came up with is Jackson and I have written an entire Liam Neeson action picture in our head.
Yeah.
So something that's along the lines of Darkman.
Yeah.
No, more along the lines of whatever movie's coming out where he's fighting wolves with bottles taped to his hands.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
It's that,
except he's an ex-special forces.
And vampires ride wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, but
and his plane crashes in the middle of
like the Ural Mountains or something. He's going
to pick up his child bride in Russia.
Going to get my child bride.
Yeah. You're not supposed to ever like him, that he bought a 14-year-old online.
You don't know that at first. So you just, this guy carries a picture, and I just want to see one more time.
Yeah,
you know?
He's in the back of the plane.
She's the best thing that ever happened to me.
And the plane crashes. the plane. I'm gonna have sex with her on a mattress in a cold. So the plane crashes, and he's in the back of the plane for the whole first act, 3 acts. And then finally he stands up.
Unfortunately, almost everybody else on the plane is ex-special forces.
Yeah, they're all being picked off.
Army Rangers
they're
or
being
Navy
picked
SEAL.
off by Draculas that ride wolves.
Yeah.
And then he finally stands up and goes, "We got to
one
bone
guy
up."
Yeah.
Yeah, and he starts taking the corpses that they've been eating and makes a suit made out of bones.
Yeah.
So you got
armor, so you can fight the Dracula.
Old, super tough, taken kind of Liam Neeson in a suit made out of bones. He comes at blood dripping off.
And he makes weapons out of the commemorative shot glasses that he's been buying in every airport.
For his child bride.
She loves these. She's always wanted to see Madison.
Yeah, so at the end we don't know if Liam Neeson at the very finds out that his child bride is a vampire.
That's probably the good twist ending.
Because
Spoiler.
Right when he crosses the border, there is a terrible mattress in this room with the armed guards. Just want to make love to my child bride. And if she could either be a Dracula or it's this terrible sex scene of an old Liam Neeson just driving into a Portugal, which would lose a lot of any sympathy that we had, but it would be like the best scene ever.
Yeah, and the tagline is "Bone Up."
Bone up. Yeah, because he wears a suit full of bones.
So we're gonna rate that for the next year and maybe make some Venture Brothers in 2015.
Yeah, we don't know. I'm so interested in this Liam Neeson thing. He's such a great action star.
How awesome was that? The Venture Brothers. If you're not watching that, why the hell not? The Guild of Calamitous Intent, baby. That's what you want to watch. So it's Friday night. We're at the hotel. And the Wi-Fi at Javits Center sucks monkey nuts, which is why none of the stuff I'm about to tell you is up yet. I'm going to be typing all this stuff up and putting it up online, Crave Online, that is, as soon as possible. But I want to tell you first here, this is what's going on. I got an interview with Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning today, comic creators, comic writers. They're working on the New 52's Resurrection Man, and they're working on the Annihilators, Earthfall, Cosmic Marvel stuff, kicking ass. And they have a thing or two to say about the new cosmic stuff that's coming up that they're not involved in. Slightly out of joint there, I think. Also, I came back from the Spider-Man panel where they revealed there will be a new Scarlet Spider ongoing series coming up next year, which they didn't say who was the Scarlet Spider. It's like, who is the new Scarlet Spider? I think it's fairly obvious, judging by Spider Island, that it's going to be Kane, K-A-I-N-E, because his face got all fixed. It was a big deal. It's totally going to be that guy paying tribute to Ben Reilly, who died because everyone hated the Clone Saga. But now they kind of like it because they were kids in the 90s. That's the thing. Anyway, the other thing, tying in with what you just saw, the co-creator of Robot Chicken, Jeff Johns at the Green Lantern panel today, who is the writer of Green Lantern and one of the big architects behind DC's New 52, he announced that they are partnering with Robot Chicken to do a Green Lantern DC Comics special, like the Robot Chicken Star Wars special. So that's going to be some kick-ass crazy nerd shit that you want to look out for next year. So that's what we got this Friday. I got to type some stuff up until probably 3 in the morning just for you. But come back tomorrow. Saturday's another big-ass day here at the New York City Comic Con. Stay tuned to Crave Online.